This Christmas Day, I'd like to talk about issues of the Transformers that are Christmas themed. The first is entitled Christmas Breaker. We see a mysterious individual holding a newspaper about innocents being attacked by Transformers. The stranger is revealed to be Circuit Breaker. Who is Circuit Breaker, you say? She is Josie Biller, a one-time oil rig employee that was at work when the Decepticons attacked. Led by Shockwave, the oil rig was ransacked and Josie was mortally wounded. From her hospital bed, she built herself an exoframe. Now she is more powerful than ever and hates Transformers. Not Decepticons, Transformers. On a more positive note, the Autobots, led by Santa Prime, are preparing for a Christmas parade. Some of the Autobots are skeptical of participating in this alien holiday as they are at war, but they play along all the same. We are taken to a scene in which some people are playing in the snow. A child falls through the ice and Circuit Breaker saves her. Instead of thanks, she is rewarded with hate, fear, and accusations. Buster, known as Spike to watchers of the 1984 TV show, and Sam to watchers of the Michael Bay movies, was riding with Jazz, who was speeding while driving on the icy road. Jazz skids and throws Buster onto the road when he crashes. Circuit Breaker sees a downed human and a Transformer, and she attacks Jazz. Buster pleads with her for Jazz's life, and tries to explain that the Transformers aren't evil. She won't hear any of it. But when he mentions that it's Christmas, she decides to spare his life. Our next issue is entitled The Gift. The scene is set with Buster, or Spike, or Sam, depending on which incarnation of Transformers you were introduced to initially. He is in his noticeably a 1980s style bedroom when he notices he has a guest at his window. Jetfire, or Skyfire if you watch the 1980s cartoon, has his face about pressed on the glass. Buster's really calm about this, considering Jetfire is actually bigger than most of the other Transformers, Optimus Prime included. He was to confide in Buster about how he feels out of place with the other Transformers. He wasn't built on Cybertron like the other Transformers. He was built on Earth by Buster, as he used the creation matrix hidden in his mind by Optimus Prime, and he didn't feel like he fitted in. He recounts a recent experience. He saw his fellow Autobots in battle. His directions from Prowl, the military strategist, were to stop Soundwave. Jetfire instead chased an Insecticon, Kickback, who simply turned into his tiny insect form to escape. All the while, Soundwave gets picked up by Dirge and they both escape. Prowl is furious. He chases Kickback unsuccessfully, he lets Soundwave and Dirge get their message through to Cybertron, and to top it all off, Jetfire can fly at Mach 4.2, but while the Decepticons escape, he almost breaks the world record for standing still. The incident made Jetfire feel even more inadequate. In the next mission, Jetfire was to supervise the latest shipment of Autobot fuel. The Decepticons attacked. A fire was started, and the workers and the thousands of other humans would be killed by the blast. Jetfire flew to the nearest water tank and extinguished the flames with it. If you're wondering how a water tank put out an oil fire, then stop being a smarty pants and enjoy the comic. It's Christmas. Anyways, Jetfire came to the conclusion that when humans were at risk, he was able to leap to action, but failed to do the same when his fellow Autobots failed similar peril. He felt like a traitor that would pick humans over Transformers. Buster proceeded to tell him that he wasn't a traitor. He just loved Earth. Earth was his home and he would be the first of a new generation of Terran Transformers. Jetfire admired the Christmas tree, then flew off. Lastly, we have my favorite of the three, Stargazing. The issue starts off with Starscream staring longingly towards the sky. He misses Cybertron. As he reminisced, a human addressed him. Starscream urges him to get lost. He didn't want company, but lacked the intestinal fortitude to crush this human. The boy asked if Starscream knew about Christmas cheer. The Decepticon looked Christmas up in his internal data files, and agrees to let the boy expose him to the holiday, and takes him for a flight. The two stumble upon a retirement van stuck in a snowdrift. The boy advised him to help them, but Starscream is generally confused as he stands to gain nothing from such a venture, so why do it? While contemplating doing an unselfish act, Autobot Streetwise pulls up and attacks. He, for good reason, believes Starscream is up to no good. The boy chastises the Autobot and defends Starscream, who goes on to help the senior citizens. Starscream later denies feeling anything for the people that he helped, but enjoyed seeing the humiliation on the Autobot's face as he did something selfless. The boy is upset by Starscream's callousness, but before taking 2 steps, Starscream turns around and wishes the boy a Merry Christmas. Well, I hope you enjoyed these Transformers Christmas stories, and here's me wishing you a very Merry Christmas.